Well, it's the week before Christmas, so what does Star Wars decide to do? Release the cringiest LGBTQ content they've ever put out, and they're now doing it through Dark Horse Comics. Marvel's actually farmed this out. They don't want it anymore, so Dark Horse is back to publishing these off Star Wars brands like the High Republic, while Marvel's got its own universe, and that's all it's doing at this point. They know that it's a failure. They know that the High Republic wasn't even worth doing from Marvel, and so that's what's happening here. How much does this sell for the brand? I can't imagine very much. The comic shops I've talked to so far said this was completely dead in the water. There is no possible audience for this. I've never read a High Republic comic before, but I have now, and gosh, I want to bash my head in after doing so. It's ridiculous. The Wedding Spectacular by Daniel Jose Older. We'll get into it in just a moment, and I'll also tell you a little bit of who this guy is. My name is John Delarose, everybody. I am a comic culture warrior fighting against this degeneracy in mainstream comics, and I'm making my own books too, guys, so smash that like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in comics. Just got a couple new backers on the Emerald Array to bring us up to 303. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. This is everything that Star Wars should be. Action, adventure, high testosterone, strong male leads, good against evil. This is what we have here with the Emerald Array. The Emerald Array is the elite team of Space Marines fighting to save the Terran Imperium. We have a good empire against bad rebels in this one, and so you'll really enjoy this if you like what Star Wars should be and not this schlock that Dark Horse is putting out. Check it out. It's in the description below. It's a 66-page graphic novel. You will love this, and if you want to support our channel, this is a great way to do so. Thank you for supporting independent comics, and grab it today, my friends. All right, so this is the cover, the High Galactic Adventure, whatever it is, High Republic. And as I said, the writer is Daniel Jose Older, and he's author of books and comics. And he is actually the architect of the High Republic brand. So the High Republic, if you don't know, is set after the Knights of the Old Republic, but before the Acolyte. They actually branded this, thinking that the Acolyte was going to be something big. They actually called this one in their branding a century before the Acolyte. In their it was a marketing push for this book about a month ago. And so he's a part of this. And what the High Republic is all about is making sure that Star Wars is a gay, BIPOC, whatever. And that's all they care about, as you can see through here. He also does his weird fiction, and it's also gay, BIPOC, young adult fiction, and that's what these people do in the mainstream industry. Of course, he calls himself a New York Times bestselling author, which means that Star Wars was a New York Times bestselling, at least for the first one. Won the World Fantasy Award. Oh my gosh, Andre Norton Award, Locus. He's got all the awards. Whenever people have all these awards lists in their bio, you know exactly that there's a problem going on with their actual fiction, and they're being propped up for their race and nothing else, and that's exactly what's going on here. So he, to his credit, he is on X still. He does have pronouns in the bio, and he didn't do the whole flouncing to Blue Sky from what I could tell. He seems to realize everybody here is on X, and he's mostly just retweeting people's nonsense the last day or so. What do we got here? We got donations for something or other. I don't know. I haven't really gone through this guy's feed too much to see what's going on, but as you can see, it's mostly about the gay wedding that he's got in his book, and he's got a few stands in here interested in this kind of thing. Oh, here it is. He does say, "I'm also on The Other Place, by the way." The Other Place, yes, and good luck with that Other Place. As you can see, about a fifth of the following over there, because nobody's over there except for other people in the industry. So this book starts out, basically there's this group called the Nile, and they might be attacking somebody, but we're busy because we've got a lesbian wedding to plan, my friends. And you can see how cringy this dialogue is. It's like very unprofessional writing right here. I know. I just, of all days, I wanted this day to be about be about our happiness. By the way, that's two justs in one panel. Editorial, yeah, that's a lot of justs. That's called filler words, and that's what you're supposed to edit out. That's professional writing 101. Instead, I feel like someone's about to die. Notice how they did the repeating tactic a couple times. If you did it just once, it would be one thing. I know, I wanted this day. Instead, I feel like someone's, feels like. Oh, lots of telling and not showing, right? Zine, today can still be about our happiness. Oh, stunning. It can? Of course, one way or another, the wait is over. The war we've been bracing ourselves for all this time is here.
We met in the rubble of Nile's destruction. We fell in love. They gained a foothold on the galaxy. But even with them tearing us apart for a year, even with me losing my memory, they couldn't stop us. They're no match for our they-them love. Then now they've chosen Wedding Dave to wipe them off the map forever. It's perfect. You know what, Lula? You're right, and I know just where to start. So this continues on like this for this entire book. It is this cringy. It's impossible to read. You won't even want to go through it. I actually did go through all 32 pages. There's like a little conspiracy going on for a bit, and they're trying to figure out where the attack's going and all that. There's actually no action in the book. And what happens after this is like there's another Jedi couple, and they end up in this like weird interracial tension thing. So you got the cool, weird interracial thing with the black guy with the redhead, and then of course you've got your lesbians. I mean, wow, how stunning and brave this is going to be all the way through. Nothing else happens. There's literally no action for it. A female Yoda shows up. They think that somebody bad is going to show up, and it ends up being the female Yoda here, just here for the wedding. The art looks atrocious through this. I mean, there's nothing worth even latching onto on this whatsoever. This is like not even a comic book. And this is what they're putting out. Again, this is like what they choose to do a week before Christmas, a week before the birth of Jesus Christ. They are intentionally just like kind of flaunting the fact that their degeneracy knows no bounds, that Pride Month is every month, that they just want to put this into their comics and have nothing else. This is the brand of Star Wars. It's not some like random Kickstarter comic where it just like happened to come out or anything like that. This is exactly what they're doing on the Disney level with the Star Wars brand, and this is exactly where it's been in the toilet for the last several years. Now, the Acolyte, of course, pushed this whole lesbian space witches sort of thing as well, and I guess the Acolyte is actually, hey, this is something you might want to check out, guys, getting a continuation within the comics, because guess what? The Acolyte's been canceled, but not all the way. So yes, fear not, the Acolyte will be continuing with comic books that nobody's going to buy as well, just like nobody watched the show, and this is going to be a lot of published stuff just to go into the trash with the High Republic and the Acolyte going month after month. I just don't understand what they're thinking whatsoever. But this is exactly why we built an alternative, my friends, and exactly why we have the Emerald Array now. My Terra and Imperium Chronicles has 3 books as of this one. You can get all 3 of them on the campaign. This is a book 1 of its own series at the same time. And we'll be doing more. I've got a book called Battle Emperor I'm making right now. I've taken every dollar from this and just put it right back into comic art, because we want to build a brand that usurps Star Wars, that's better than Star Wars, and we're already doing so by leaps and bounds. So check it out. Join the 303 people who already are enjoying this and supporting our channel. Back this today, and thank you very much for being here. Hit that like and subscribe button. What do you think about this? Did you read the High Republic wedding special? Oh my gosh. Oh, it just is like the worst head desk. I'll see you guys soon.